What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner cartoon, 5'3". Man, I'm back again. As usual, y'all know I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna do nothing but get stronger and stronger with this thing. You feel me? We ain't gonna, with no further ado, we ain't gonna take no whole long time dealing with what we finna talk about today. Man, you can tell from the top of, man, every now and then, sometimes the big homies gotta step in. Every now and then, the big homies got to step in. And on this situation, this is one of them situations, man. Back in the day, homie, I was one of them big homies that loved his little homies. I love them. You know what I'm saying? I would rock with them, kick it with them, do all my stuff with my little homies, cause I always knew that they were going to be the future. I always knew that eventually the one time was going to get rid of me, and to leave a good legacy, you had to leave good instructions to the younger homies that's coming up behind me. And you know what I'm saying, further and instill in their head the values to give what they learned from me to the homies that's coming up under them. And I was always on that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my homies that was younger than me, man, that was coming up there tell you, I ain't never tripped on them. I don't trip on my little homies. You know what I'm saying? Of course, now I might discipline them and school them verbally harsh on some stuff that needed to be done. But as far as just tripping on them, no, not me. Now, the homies in my peer group, I trip on them. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, because, if they doing some gang goofy stuff, then they wrong, because they my age, they old like me. They should know what to do and what to do, when to do, where, how, what, when, and who. But them youngsters need a little guidance. That's some of the stuff that's wrong with what's going on today. Older homies ain't guiding the younger homies. Nowadays, a lot of older dudes work. Y'all know we didn't work back in the day. Wasn't no jobs. Our job was, representing the set, doing what we did in the hood. Nowadays, you got older homies that got kids, wives, and they go to work every day. That's just how things done change. And not saying that's a bad thing. That's a good thing, But they don't have time to rub elbows and connect with them youngsters the way my big homies was able to rub elbows and connect with me and my peer group. Like I say, things done change. But, man, this goes back to a story, man. One time, when I was out and about. Now, I used to ride. He finished start. He got quiet now. He's so smart. He know when I stop talking, he gonna stop squeaking. Because he know I done keyed in on him. As long as I'm just running my mouth, he gonna just do whatever. Because he know I ain't tripping on him yet. Now, y'all watch. As soon as I get back into this story, he gonna go to squeak, like the dog, man. The dog been here before, y'all. He been here before. So anyway, man, this goes back to a story, man. One time, now this is back in the 80s, with I was with some of the little homies, and I never forget it was me, is my homeboy Maniac, my homie Lil G Ed, and the homie Gangsta Trey. No, Crazy Trey. The homie Crazy Trey. It was them three. Now the hard part about it, man, two of the homies that I named, Maniac and G Ed, Lil G Ed, they AIP. They're no longer with us, homie. You know what I'm saying? They lost their lives in the streets. And the homie Crazy Trey, all day. He been gone dang near 30 years in prison. And don't look like he got no daylight coming up no time soon, man. That's how them streets were, man. That's how the streets were in Los Angeles, man. If you live to be a ripe old age or whatever, count your blessings, man. Count your blessings. Cause them evil streets was rough. Didn't nobody care but us. Either roll with the roll or get rushed. Because them evil streets are tough. I can honestly say, man, God spared me, but by locking me up, because if it wasn't for prison, I'd have been gone, man. I was doing too much out there. Karma don't play. Karma don't play, man. It was gonna come back on me sooner or later, because I said I done made a whole lot of mamas and grandmamas cry. Put on them black suits and bring them flowers to them grave sites, man. I ain't proud of it. But anyway, back to the lesson at hand. We ride one day, man. We ride. So I never forget. We were at a McDonald. No, it was a Golden Bird or McDonald's. It was I think it was a McDonald's, man. It was a McDonald's, and it was on the west side. It was on Santa Barbara and. Now, for those who don't know, when I say Santa Barbara, I mean King Boulevard. But I say Santa Barbara still. Y'all know I'm old school. It was on Santa Barbara and Vermont, or Santa Barbara and Figueroa, or something like that. It was over there back in the day. It was back in the mid-'80s. So it was over there somewhere. But anyway, we mob up in there to get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Homies, man, little homies, they hungry. I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I got to have the 3 Big Macs, no fries. You know what I'm saying? A little something to drink, but just 3 Big Macs. That was me with extra, with the extra secret sauce on them. So the other little homies ordered. So we sitting there eating, and a dude walk in. He flamed up. He was flamed up, y'all. Now, like I say, this is back in the mid-'80s where that color thing was serious. You feel what I'm saying? This is back in the mid-'80s when the gang banging was serious. You see one, you get one. Spot him, got him. You know what I'm saying? That type get down. That's how it was on site, whether it was blue on red or red on blue. It was you see one, you get one, point blank. And we sit up in there, and I didn't even see the fool when he came in. I didn't see him. The little homie Maniac seen him, and he was like, "Cuz, Toon, look." I'm like, "What's up, homie?" And he pointed out, "Look, I see the fool. It was a lady in front of him, an old fat lady, and then him waiting to step up and take his order." So I'm like, "Oh, cuz, man, look at this fool, homie." So the homie's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Shoot, our old saying back in the day. Anybody from back in the day, they know what it means, especially if you was in that county jail and you was off that other side of the fence. Boy, look, the term you did not want to hear. Got one." Now, it's going to be a whole lot of people in the comment that was off the red side of the fence if they remember that term back in the day. Oh, shoot, cuz, got one. Got one mean you finna see a bad day. Got one meant you fit to see your day has just been ruined when you hear them words, got one. So, we jump up. I'm like, shoot, I tell the homie, cuz y'all come on. So boom, we bump the food, bump all that. Cause like I say, let me explain again. This back in the mid-'80s when gangbanging in LA was true, when it was real, when it was really like that, when dudes was really, really, really at each other's throats. Nowadays, everybody cool, everybody got certain alliances and everybody do this and that and this nowadays, which is fine with me. I love it, but back then it was a whole lot different. Wasn't nothing to play with. So anyway, ooh, ain't nothing like that ice cold water, y'all. So anyway, we jump up from the table. Boom, we bail up on him. We slide up on him. Like, shoot, man, what's up, cuz? So people looking around, we done kind of circled him. So the dude he's looking like y'all talking to me. Like, yeah, cuz, man, what set you from, homie? Where you from? And the dude was like, where I'm from? We like, yeah, where, yeah, cuz, where where you from? And the dude, he flipped us, cuz. He flipped us because he said something we weren't expecting to hear. So the dude said, man, I'm from Arizona. Immediately your mind go to like trying to figure out what east side, west side, what is that? Then Then we down on like, hold up, cuz Arizona. You know what I'm saying? You talk about the city, the state. Like, yeah, we like, no, homie, no, cuz you bang, homie, man, look how you dress. You banged up, fool. You this, that. So, of course, back then we saying words that, I don't say no more. But we calling him, cuz you a whoop, whoop, wop, and you a whoop, whoop, wop, 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 wop. So he had no idea what we were talking about. We like, man, I'm a what? What is a, you know what I'm saying? He's saying that. Like, oh, quit playing gay. Hey, man, lift your shirt up. So we telling the dude, man, lift your shirt up. He like, lift, what do you mean? So the homie little G-Ed reached out and like pulled his shirt up. Like, man, you heard the homie? Cuz, what you got? You got some tattoos on it. Cuz, where you from, fool? We got you. So unbeknownst to us, the dude was really, really, really from Arizona. But we didn't believe it. We thought he was a blood that had got caught out of pocket. Now he try to play crazy like a lot of people that did in the past when they didn't got caught slipping and act like, oh. So, we pushing the envelope. So we pushing the envelope to the point to where I'm really got the little homies on. I'm just checking them out. Cause everybody know, man, when your little homies with one of they big homies, and they want to show out. They gonna go above and beyond. They gonna put the extras on it. They gonna put a 3 on a 10 quick. Cause they showing out for their big homie. And they know if it get rough, they big homie got their back. So, it is what it is. That's just how it go. So they pressing fool. They pressing him hard to the point to where now old boy done got upset. He done got upset. To the point to where he like, man, stop touching me. I told y'all. Man, I'm from Arizona. I don't gang bang. So I'm like, man, y'all know that move. Y'all know that move. Y'all know that move that, man. Y'all know that's the prelude to the takeoff. Bop, bop. Y'all know how it go. But, it didn't work like that. I hit him with the homie Maniac fired on him. Bam! When Maniac fired on him, oh shoot, people went to scattering. They scatter and they get out the way. Yeah! So Maniac on him. So the dude turned around and posted up and like D'd up to fight. So of course, we all there. So Maniac, he rushed him. Then the homie Maniac was a fool back in the day. Cuz AIP, man, the Maniac. Boo, he run up on him. Oh boy, bloop, 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 bloop. So I'm telling the other little, I'm like, cuz, what y'all waiting on? Lil G-Ed, Crazy Trey, they get in there. They own him. Pop, pop, boop, boop, boop. They bumping. So now I ain't getting in it. I'm watching. I'm checking out the scene. It's funny to me because the 3 little homies, they trying to max this fool out because they think he a blood, but he ain't claiming his set. But really, 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 in all actuality, he was really from Arizona. So, they boo, 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 boo. But now old boy thumping pretty good. The dude is thumping like pretty good. He was, you know what I'm saying? Put it like this here. It was an even Steven, him against them 3. Of course, he was older. He was a little bigger, but, he mixing them. He putting them hands in the mix, but the homies on them, no, they pop, poop, 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 pop, pop, pop. They bad. It's funny to me. So people that ran out, they running, they leaving. I'm laughing. The fight took a turn for the worse for us, for them. Old boy started putting them together a little bit too good. He started mixing it a little bit too good. He done dropped the homie Lil G-Ed. Bow. I'm like, oh, cuz. Fool done dropped the homie. They own him. But now I'm seeing like, wait a minute, hold on. This might not turn out how it's supposed to, So, of course, y'all know how it go, man. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Ain't no, it is what it is in that game world. It's time for the overlord to step in. Me. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen here. As they own him, I circle around and I caught him. Boom! Of course, you know what I'm saying. I one shot Erskine, one hit a quitter, I caught him behind the ear somewhere. Boom! boom, it drop him. Bam. So when it drop him, I'm like, cuz y'all get him, get him, get him. You know what I'm saying? I took a little smoke up out of him. So they own him. Boop, 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 boop. They own him, they own him. Old boy trying to get up. He like this here up against the window. And they own him. Boom, 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 boom. He like this here. So he finally stand up. He push back. He go to fighting. He fighting again. He fighting again. He fighting again. So they can't mix him like I want him to mix him. So I'm like, hold on, watch out, cover. I D'd up with him. So the dude, like, he D'd up with me. He was fighting whoever was coming at him. Boy, the man fighting for his life right here. Y'all know when you fighting for your life, you fighting hard, boy. You fighting hard, man. You fighting hard. He's scared. He got 4 dudes in front of him. You got 3 little ones and 1 big old giant one. So, you know, he going for his grits and gravy, man. He trying to give it all he got. He really trying to get to this door, I think. But I D'd up, boom, the homies around him, they pluck him from the side. Bloop, 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 bloop. So the dude, he trying to fight, he kicking. Next thing you know, one of the homies dove on him. They go to the floor. I'm like, cuz y'all get him. So they own him. Boop, 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 boop. They mixing him up. So now it's like, it might be time to go. I'm like, come on, cuz, let's get up out of here. Let's go. We got to go. It's time to go. So we dash out the door. When we dash out the door, we head to the car. Now this gonna trip you out. The dude come out out the McDonald's. And he like, man, it's messed up, man. Hey, y'all. Man, it's messed up. I'm not in the game, man. I'm telling you, I'm not in the game. So I'm like, cuz, man, F this, F that, fool, this, whoop-de-whoop, avalon, wop, 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 bam, he dissing and doing all this. Come to find out, the dude really was not in a gang, and he really was from, where he say he was from, Arizona. He holding something up. What it was, I don't know. I don't know if it was a driver's license or I don't know what it was. But whatever it was, it had to have been something that showed where he was really, really, really from. But now at the time, you know what I'm saying, like I say, back then we young, wild, you know what I'm saying, we ain't caring about really for real, if he was banging or not. You know what I'm saying? You know, back then, you know, you gonna put them ha-has, them jumper cables, you gonna put a fool in the blender just on GP, whether he good or bad, you know? So we were like, cuz, whoa, 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 whoa. And not tripping, you know what I'm saying? We cut this Avalon, cuz, whoa, 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 whoa. And we leaving out the parking lot, because in our mind, we thinking the police finna come anyway. He leaving. He's standing there breathing. I don't gang bang. So the homie like, man, F that. We end up driving past the fool. Whatever he had in his hand, he was still holding it up. When we left, we, you know, drove off and left. So later on, as I thought about it, I say, man, you know, that fool really probably wasn't from LA. You know, he probably really, really wasn't from LA, you know. But it's one of them things, y'all. Y'all know it's just one of them things, how it go. Throughout my career, back during them times, I ran across a lot of dudes that weren't, you know what I'm saying, that really, really, really didn't bang and really, really was not from South Central or from LA. You know what I'm saying? They was from different states, but they messed around and made the big mistake of coming to LA and with the wrong colors on, being in the wrong area, not knowing how to dress where they were at. You know, usually 9 times out of 10, especially back in them 80s, you had a lot of people that come to LA from different places to visit their cousins for the summer or whatever. And your people would go through your suitcase depending on what area you stayed in. And they let you know, okay, you can't wear this. You can't wear this. Can't wear that. Can't wear that. Not over here. You know what I'm saying? They don't wear that color over here. Like I say, that color thing was serious back then. So, but then like being around LA, you go run into people like that all the time. I remember in the county jail. In the county jail one time, man, ran into 2 dudes from Florida. No, one was from Florida. And the other one was from LA. They was cousins. Now the one that was from LA, he was from Fado's Hoover. The one that was from Florida, he was really from Florida somewhere. And this was back in the 80s. We was on the 9th floor. I was in 9500, Little Vietnam. Y'all know, anybody know about the 9000 floor, man, back in the 80s. They know 9500 wasn't nothing to play with. Boy, look at you had to get down for your grits and gravy and everybody else's too back then, you know? So, the row of phones, I think I told y'all about it, man. Man, see the fool. I'm on the phone. Fool next to me on the phone with some red shoestrings in. What? In 9500? This is during a time when you had 9 million Crips running around the whole county jail, wrecking any and everything and everybody. You know what I'm saying? This is during the period why they had to make the blood module and the Crip module. You know what I'm saying? Because there was just too much going on. So now I remember I see his shoestrings and I get on him immediately. I got on him. He was like, man, I don't bang, man. I'm from Florida. Woo, 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 woo. I thought he was lying. Man, I finna max him out. He go get his cousin real quick. His cousin come up, yeah, but man, cuz, what's up, man? Woo, woo, I mean, this fool. Woo, woo. He like, no, man, he don't know, man. That man, he from Florida, homie. He really from Florida, man. The man came to Florida. He was in LA 2 days and got with his cousin, got with the wrong crew, and they end up catching a robbery case. Now they in the LA County Jail. And he in here in 9500 with some red shoestrings on it in his shoes. Man, I told him immediately, boy, you better get at him, tell him, hey. He told him, man, take them out. I've been told him, take them out, man. You can't, man, you gonna get woo, 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 woo. Bang. And he ended up, guess what? I end up seeing that cat years later, in prison. I end up seeing him years later, and he was banging now. He ended up joining a set. He became a Crip. And he wasn't from Hoover. It was from a total. It was told from a total. I don't really want to sit there and say the set he was claiming when I bumped into him, but I think I ran into him years later in Corcoran, and he was banging. Called himself Q ball or off ball or C ball or O ball or something like that. Something with a ball in it. But yeah, and it tripped me out, man. I'm like, okay, I got with the program. But anyway, I just had to tell y'all about that one, man. It's me, man, your big partner, Cartoon 53, man. Y'all stick with me, man. Peace.